Hi and welcome to Denmark. My name is Thomas Hågaard. I'm the CEO of Nordship Yachts and I'm here to introduce you to our new Nordship 420. Let's start at the bow. At the bow we have the bowsprit, the integrated bowsprit. In here we have the integrated ladder, so you have easy access to land. Underneath it you have the anchor, where the chain goes through the hull and into the anchor locker. In front here also we have the fitting for the Code Zero and the gennaker. It could also have been mounted down here, but that's according to the wishes of the owners. You have a very nice step here, so you have the ladder and you can actually stand on the bridge and reach the ladder when you enter the boat. So it's a very secure and safe way to get here. Here you have the chain coming in from the anchor, the windlass and the controls for the windlass. And then you have the hooks for mooring lines or for the shore power cables, etc. what you want to store here in the front. This boat is delivered with conventional slab reefing, but they could also be delivered with in-mast furling or in-boom furling according to the wishes of the owners. So here on the side deck we have the standard cleats, the center cleats, and you have the handrail from the deck saloon when you're walking by. And here a little further back you have the optional gates. We have the lines coming from the mast through the tubes to the clutches. Behind the clutches we have the primary winches that on this boat are electric. Here behind that we have the secondary winches that are optional and your easy access as being a helmsman. So here at the helm's position you have a plotter any size you like. You have the thrusters. This one has both a bow and a stern thruster. Then you have the light of the cockpit here. You have here to the port side you have the anchor, controlling of the anchor. You have the bilge pump, the electronic bilge pump. You have control of the engine with the RPMs, and you have the controls. And on the starboard side you have the autopilot, and then you have the control for the engine. We have the main sheet, we have the jib sheet, and we have all the different control lines. The lines on the port side are to begin with the vang. Then you have the main sheet. You have the red one is the reefing line, and then you have the main halyard at the end. And on the starboard side we have the spinnaker halyard, we have the jib sheet, we have the reefing line, and we have the spare main halyard. And we have the traveller here in the center, so we have all the lines we need at an easy position where we are sitting here. That also means that the front cockpit is available for the guests, and there are no loose lines, etc., where people can hurt themselves. So it's a very safe and secure cockpit that's made here. The boat comes with a self-tacking jib, and so tacking is easy. We just turn. And we're ready to go. So here we have the optional seats in the back, which are much appreciated. Here in the back you have the bathing platform and you have the bathing ladder. In front of me I have the traveller, and I have the single line sheeting for the main sheet. Goes all the way back to the winch on this side, where again on this boat is electric. Then we have all the lines are coming back, and you have the combings here where you can actually store all your lines, so it's clean and neat when you're sailing. On the side we have the line for the self-tacking jib, the reefing line. So everything is brought back to the helm, so it's very easy for the helmsman. So one of the important parts about our boat is a double cockpit. You have a front cockpit for all the crew, and you have a cockpit for the helmsman. In the front cockpit you have the big saloon table where you can actually take up the cup holder and you can fold it up on both sides. And then you can actually sit all around the table here. And if you don't want the table out, you can actually take it off and you have a safety bar. Also in the cockpit, we have dimmable cockpit lighting. Even without the spray hood, which is standard, you have very high combings, so you're sitting safe and well protected in the cockpit. Now we've added the spray hood, and now you can see how well protected and sheltered you are here in the cockpit. We don't have washboards on this boat, so we have the door, and it is easy stowable here on the side. And this is the access to the cockpit locker and the technical room downstairs. Coming down into the deck saloon, we have the seating group for 6 to 8 people with a big table. The table here is a fixed position one with a storage underneath it. It also comes optional as a table you can lower and changing it into a double berth. You have the big windows with a 360 view. Enjoy everything that happens in the harbor, or on the water you can actually sit here and enjoy the view while you're sailing. Underneath the seating on the port side here, you actually have a very big storage. Underneath here also you have storage, so everywhere you have possibilities to actually store a lot of stuff here. This one comes with optional leather seating. We have about 200 different options for textile or leather, all according to the wishes of the owners. So anything is possible. Up here you have lighting, and on this boat here it's LED lighting that's all dimmable, and they can even be changed into red night lighting while you're sailing. One of the reasons for choosing a Nordship is this huge aft cabin, and you can see why. It has a proper sized double bed, and you have a lot of wardrobes. For some of them are with shelves, and some are with hangers for all your clothes. You have good ventilation in the back that are open bar, and you can open to the cockpit also, so you can make a lot of air in here, and you even have space for a television if you prefer. Moving into the navigation area, you have the closet for all your sailing gear. You have a big cabinet underneath it. You have a small drawer here for your pencils, etc. you need, and then you have the main contacts for the boat. And in here you will have all the electronic control here, and you even have all the tank measurements are shown here. This is for the heating, and this one shows whether you have shore power or not, and you have the controls for the hot water tank, which is standard. Then behind here you have all the fuses, and everything is neat and of course fully documented. And this is the nav seat, and the seat can of course be used at the nav station, but you can also detach it and move it to the table, so you can use it as an extra seating position, and you can actually raise it so you're sitting at the same height as the other guests. So before I show you around the galley, I would like to show you all the storage space we have here. We have a big cabinet here in the rear of the galley. We have a big door fridge. On the other side we actually have a freezer. Under the floor you have a huge storage room that can be actually put in. You can make boxes, you can make different kind of interior here to fit exactly the size of your boxes. And even here you have storage space. Let me show you around the galley. We have a big cabinet here, one below the oven, the big one under the sink with the trash basket, and then you have 3 full-size drawers here, 3 of them, and another storage here below that. Then on the top you have 4 cabinets where you have even the fixed places for the porcelain which is also standard with the boat. Behind here you have storage for bottles, for all the little things that you need to hold while you're sailing. And here in the front you have the galley table, and with a double basin for the smaller things and for the bigger things. And then you have the oven here in the front, where you can release it. Also above the galley you have ventilation. In the forward cabin we have a big skylight here, where this one has a mosquito net, and you can also use it as a blind. You can go forth and back, and of course you can open it. On the side to the starboard side you have a big locker here, hanging locker. Can of course have shelves if you prefer. In the front here you have all the different doors. You have the small cabinets that you can use for storing socks and trousers. In here you have a bookshelf, and you have the mattresses here, and they're actually 2 meters long, which surprises a lot. Underneath here you have good ventilation, and you have access in front here also, so you can get into the storage room underneath the berth. All the wardrobes have ventilation and lighting when you open them. And this one is actually very deep, so you can have your dresses, etc. hanging in here. I'm now in the forward heads, in the shower, and I'm 187 or 6'1", and we have a door, so you can lock when you're showering in here, and I have plenty of space. We have heating down here, so you can dry out the heads. Here in the front we have a lot of cabinets for your toiletries, a lot of space, so that's both for the man and for the wife. The tabletop here is Korean. You even have a small locker down here, and the electric toilet, and you have a big cabinet underneath the sink also. Now sitting in the Snug area, the evening saloon, it's a place to retreat after a long day, and you can sit here with a book, a newspaper. You can fit a television on the wall for the kids or for yourself if you want to watch a football game. You have the bar here, so you can have a gin and tonic and simply just relax after a long day on the sea. This part can be removed, and this area can be changed into a pilot berth. And this pilot berth is very deep into the hull of the boat, so it's a very comfortable place to be, and you are very close to the cockpit. On this side you have the engine compartment, which is extremely easy accessible, and you can even take away the front plate. So servicing the engine is very easy on this boat. When we were in the cockpit, we showed you the access to the cockpit locker, and now we are standing in the cockpit locker, or technical room, and where you have plenty of space here for adding all your extra equipment. You have space for extra sails. Here behind the door you have some hangers for your sailing gear, and here you have a small shelf also to put things. And this one can also be removed and give you access to the engine room. Behind me you have all the technical installations for the shore power, etc. Here you have some hangers where you can hang your ropes or your fenders, or whatever you would like to position there. Now we have toured the new boat, so we thought it would be a good idea to show you around in an unfinished boat and show you all the hidden details. Inside the boat we don't have prefabricated modules. Everything is built inside the boat, and what you can see here is that all the bulkheads, even the smaller ones, are laminated to the hull. And that means that here in front there will be a frame, and that frame will be adjusted exactly between the bulkheads here, and thereby all interior parts become part of the structural stability of the boat, and making it very stiff at the end, which of course leads to very good sailing capabilities. All the bulkheads are laminated to the hull. We're now in the center of the boat, and here we have a full-size steel frame covering the whole center of it. Until now we've never lost a keel, and we're not planning to, and one of the reasons might be that the keel is bolted into the steel frame, and the steel frame is bonded in the whole center of the boat, so the frame takes the load from the keel and the mast. All the cabinetry in the boat is finished with the solid frame here. So you can see here even the drawers has the solid frame here in front of it, and so the whole interior is built up of bulkheads that are laminated to the hull, and then they are finished by the solid frame in front of it. on the shelves, you'll see that all shelves are cut off here at the edges, because that's the only way you will be able to remove the shelves afterwards. The hull is a foam core until the waterline, and below the waterline you have a solid laminate. Also, the hull has a skeg, so that means that you have a skeg supporting the rudder. 1/4 of the rudder is supported on the skeg side, and then you have 3/3 coming down. Underneath here you have the bearings, so the rudder stock actually comes out of this part of the hull. The skeg actually protects and supports the rudder, and if you are having a stern thruster, it will be integrated into the skeg also. The hull has a sump, and the sump is actually the deepest part of the boat, so the water will always run into it, and you can then pump it out from there. I hope you enjoyed the tour of our Nordship 420 DS. If you'd like to learn more about our boats, you're always welcome to contact us, or you can visit our website at nordship.dk. Thank you very much for watching.